Hi there, this is Kathy Crow at the Crow Cottage, and I hope that you stick around with me. I'm going to make last week I did this little box. It's a little apron box that we're going to make in my next class. The next workshop is going to be December 7, the day of infamy. Yes, December 7 at 10 o'clock. And actually, and that's Pearl Harbor, yeah. Okay, and I'm sorry, distracted again. December 7 and then December 8, both of them are going to be at 10 o'clock. And I hope you can join me. Just make sure you message me if you want to come. And then also, we're going to make a cute little candy cane holder. And I've got a little lip gloss bag we're going to make. It's just one of several things we're going to do. It's a lot of fun, so I hope you can join me. Make sure you share this video. Everybody who shares gets entered into a pot to draw. And last week, Dan and my brother-in-law Dan and my Aunt Connie are the ones who shared. So thank you so much. And I think Dan's won 2 prizes, and so Dan, if you really don't mind, I might just send something to my aunt. I'm still thinking about what to send to you. I know you don't make cards, and so maybe just some stickers that you could send to your grandkids. That would maybe be a good gift for you. So anyhow, I'm going to swing the camera down. My desk's sort of a mess. I'll probably work on cleaning it up a little bit as we go because I wanted to make sure that I had my stuff handy, but I was really slow to get things going this morning. So anyhow, I need to kind of find my video here. I assume that I'm here somewhere. I hope so, and if not, then I'll just have to oh good, I see myself. I see my hand sticking out there. So make sure you share, and again, you'll be entered into a drawing if you share the video. Now I've got let me adjust. It looks like all we can see are my lights. I'm gonna try to move this camera up a bit just to see hopefully more of the desk rather than just my lights that are trying to light the space. And I know it's kind of dark. I have a new light that's coming, but it's not here yet. And it's amazing how dark it is here. So it's just been very gray outside. And as you can see in the corner here, I've got a reminder to me that Stampin' Up! Is still doing their big sale. They have, they are doing like 5-day sale, 6-day sale. It started last Friday, I believe. That's not 6 days. It must have started before Christmas. And I mean Thanksgiving. We are in Christmas season, but it was just Thanksgiving last weekend. Anyway, they have a 10% off sale, different items every day. And we just have today and tomorrow. I have a special host code for it because I have to close this party out on Tuesday, which is the last day. So until Tuesday, please use this host code. It won't be any good after that. And just to find me on Pinterest and what are all of them? Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, everything, it seems like. I've got Kathy Crow's cards all over the place. I think the first thing I'm going to just do is this little candy cane holder because it's so quick and simple. This is something I can get through really quickly with you. I cut these out on the Cameo, the Silhouette Cameo. It already comes with the little holder, part that you're going to stick your candy cane through. And depending on how many people come, we might do more than one of these. They're really nice to give as a gift. And then we are going to just stick this little to from tag. We're going to punch the tags out. Those tags come 16 in one stamp, but I have already done that, and so I don't want to do it again. But this little cute label frame, this is actually from the tea set, the Thinlits from the Time for Tea set. And I thought that would make a really cute tag. And then this little circle is from the Stitched Labels set. And I thought that would be nice for the tiny little stamp we're going to put in the middle. The little stamp is going to be from the Candy Cane Seasons stamp set. It has this cute little the little heart-shaped candy canes coming together. Oh, how sweet. Okay, so we will do that. And I think we need to get some real red for that. This paper is from the Stampin' Up! Paper that, boy, I don't even remember the name of it. And it might not, I think it's still available. There's a lot of holiday things that are going quick. So if you want any of it, you need to get yourself over to Stampin' Up's website and order because stuff is going fast. The stamp set I love because it's clear, so I could see exactly where I wanted to place that, and I wasn't sure that that circle was going to be big enough, so I'm glad that it worked out. Let me clean off my stamps before I forget that I have got a big mess on that. This Candy Cane Season has the nicest little bow. I really like this little bow that's in there. I think the little For You stamp will fit in the middle there. So I'm gonna give it a try. I don't use this tiny little block all that often, but we will probably want, boy, I think some green would be nice for that one. Let me grab my green. I kind of dropped one green, but I think this, oh no, this is Call Me Clover, and that is just way too blue green. We need a more green, limey green for this one. It's hard to find all of these. Oh, there we go. I see it. It's Mossy Meadow is going to be probably the perfect match for that sentiment. Let's test it out on my paper and see. Yeah, that's pretty close. Pretty close. And I'm glad I did it. I would have probably stamped it upside down if I hadn't practiced. It's always a good idea to practice your stamp before you do it, because like me, you might get it upside down. Okay, put that away. And I think we'll put this glossy green away. I don't think or meadow, Mossy Meadow. I won't use that again. And then we will just put a little, maybe a glue dot. Boy, I don't think I put my glue dots out here handy for me. Let me see if I've got them down here. Usually I have a whole package of them right here. Wonder what I did with them. I'm gonna have to go grab them around the corner here on the other side of my desk. I've got mini ones, and I've got regular glue dots that I buy kind of in bulk. I go through a lot of glue dots. So let's see, these are a 1/2 inch, and I think that's the size I want. So let me grab those. They're awfully thin. I want it to stand up more. That's the trouble with some of these things. That's way too thin. Let me check out these glue dots. Let's see what size they are. And those are nice, but they're that's pretty mini also. That is not what I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for the raised felt dimensionals. And I can't believe I think I probably got them all over the house, but I'm not seeing them right here by my desk. Let's look again. It's gotta be here somewhere. Well, I don't see the open package that I know is around, and I see a little tiny ones, but I'm not seeing, are those big? Yes, those are big ones. Okay. Wow, that was funny. I must have them over in the dining room. I have been making a lot of Christmas cards, so I have a bunch of my supplies over there in the dining room right now, stacks of cards. So get out the dimensionals. They're the perfect raised surface for us. Move some of my things off. We're going to use those things later. The problem with these little stacks is the part that you fold over, it grabs onto everything that I'm trying to get out of the package. All right, there's a dimensional. You just stick that on the back, peel off the backing, put that in the center of this little label I cut out. And then I think we want another dimensional rather than just a glue dot to stick on there. If you were going to do any bazaar things, you know, craft bazaar items for your kids at school, this would be a really easy one for you to do. Then we'll just take a little red ribbon and poke that through the hole and tie that. And another nice little gift for a bunch of teachers. If you have a whole bunch of teachers to buy gifts for, it's nice to be able to come up with something that's affordable. And that was actually my plan for all of the little boxes that we're doing. The little box, the little container is what's going to make your gift very special to people that know that you took the time to make this stuff yourself. You could buy many of these items at a craft bazaar, I'm sure, but you're going to spend a lot more money than you would if you made it yourself. So I've got this little tag. It says to from. That's just going to go right here, and it actually has a space for a little tie to, and I think twine would fit in there better, but I've got this little leftover piece of ribbon, so maybe I'll just tie that because it's going to be on the side. I don't really want a bunch of ribbon sticking over there anyway, and I actually don't even know if I want ribbon at all on it, because let's put a little sparkly there instead, because I don't really want another ribbon there, because I actually want to put a ribbon here also. We don't really need ribbon all over the place, so let's not do that. I think I'll use my tear and tape instead of those dimensionals or that glue dot. The tear and tape holds really well, and that's, I know my bow is gonna stick really good to that. So this is the part that if you were throwing these all in a sack to deliver somewhere, those bows would come off if you don't have them attached really well. And those glue dots that I had in hand and then tossed down somewhere, where did I put them? I don't know. Oh, I think I found my old dimensionals that I thought I'd lost. Let's just use that. There's an end piece I can use. Right there. Okay, so there is one little treat holder that we are gonna make, and on the back it's cute too. These papers are all double-sided, so you get two sides for the price of one. Nice deal. And then the next item that we're gonna do is a little drink carrier, kind of. You could put a mug in it, but I'm not really sure. I've never made it before. We're gonna see what it looks like. The front of it is like this, and there should be two sides here. Let's find it. It's down here underneath my paper someplace. This is the little box that's we're gonna fold this little box up. All of the dots are going on the inside because I want to stamp a nice Christmas design on this part. I'm gonna have to get rid of some things on my desk because I cannot possibly find what I'm looking for. with all of this around. We need the sleeves. There's 2 sleeves, so let's just get 2 out. And then there's going to be 2 lids. And these are my extra pieces I had cut out that I don't really need. So I'm gonna throw those to the side and throw away my scraps. Oops, I got a dimensional out. And don't need that, that's an extra piece. Ah, here it is. I knew it was here somewhere. Okay. Now, one of the stamp sets that makes a very nice, makes a really nice design are these holly pieces in the Peaceful Poinsettia stamp set. And I love the sentiments because they're big enough. Some of the sentiments in the Christmas stamps this year, the stamp sets, have such little sentiments that they are not going to be very big on the inside of your card. These are nice and big. And this Peaceful Poinsettia, oh boy, I should show you a card I made with it. It's beautiful. I just really like it. But we are just going to use the little holly leaves, I believe, and color those in with some green. Okay, so we'll get a Memento black stamp pad. Oh, Dan, you're there. Didn't see you there until it says you've got to go back to work. And who knows when you said that? I cannot tell. So goodbye, and I'm sorry that I didn't see you were here. But thank you for checking in on me. I'm just going to stamp randomly these little holly leaves all around. You want to always stamp off of your card or your whatever it is you're stamping on. You want some of it to be on and some of it to be off. Now I'm going to put a lid here so it doesn't really matter that I'm not stamping up there very much. And then we want to do the other side too. And again, it's just all going to be random. And in doing this, we'll be able to see how the blends work, because the blending pens that Stampin' Up! Does are really gorgeous. I've tried a bunch of different pens, the Copic pens and the Spectrum Sketch. I think they're Sketchers anyway, they're Spectrum something pens. Those are really good too. They're a lot more money than Stampin' Up's blending pens. So if you are interested in saving some money, you might want to consider investing. If you are investing in pens, invest in the blending pens. Now I've got them all mixed up. I've got my Copic ones and these Spectrum ones, but I'm going to dig in here until I can find the color we're going to want to use for those green. I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, maybe this is it. Let's look. They have the names on them. And this one is light and old olive. That might actually work. Let's give that one a try. We'll start with the light pen. You can always make something darker, but it's not so easy to start to make it lighter. You can do it, but it's not easy. Actually, we're going to want that to be a bit darker. So we'll start with the dark one. And I'm just going over the lines a little bit. And I know this is going to take a minute, but that's okay. I just thought it might be interesting for you to see how you can make some very nice backgrounds for your cards. You don't have to always go and buy cards. I have or paper. I have a lot of paper. I like to buy all the Stampin' Ups and other places too. I find all kinds of background papers. But you don't have to do that. And the one bad thing about it is, like people who like to buy fabric for quilts, you end up with a lot of materials you might never use, and it takes up a lot of space. Part of the reason you might not use it is probably because the colors just don't quite go together, right? Have you ever had a pattern of something, fabric or paper, you loved it, but the colors just didn't go with anything that you liked, right? Anything else that you had. Like, especially when we're using these little rhinestones and stuff. Sometimes red's pretty common. You probably find something to match, but even reds have a lot of variety. So you might not be able to match it. And then there it sits in your closet, taking space or on your shelf. But when you make your own background papers, you can do your own colors. So I'm hoping this is matching what I'm doing. Let me peek at the paper we're going to be putting with it, because I think the paper I'm doing with it is more green than olive. And so before I fill all of those in, the little lines, those are not going to matter so much, but I think we are going to want a more perfect match with the other. So let's find the greens I was searching for down there. There it is. I knew it was in there somewhere. I've been using these, so I knew it was there. This is Granny Apple Green. Boy, you know what? That's sounding pretty, not blue enough for me. No, it is. It's perfect. Okay. So these are alcohol, no, not like what you would drink. They're alcohol based, I think, instead of water-based pens. I believe the alcohol ones do spread their ink around more. So when you put it down, if you keep it down, you can see that spread all over the place. If you have paper that has a finish on it, like a glossy finish, so that it repels moisture a little bit, then they still will do it, but it's a little easier to manage. But with these, if I keep going over and over, this paper is very porous. So it'll just soak in, and then suddenly I'm going to have a much fatter leaf than I wanted, because I did that. So I'm trying to use a very light touch and just barely touch the paper, and then it'll go on well. But the thing about the alcohol ones that you will want is that there are no lines showing. It just, because it spreads like that, it pulls in the ink from the sides and around, blends it in really nice, and there are differences. Some of them blend better than others, but they're all pretty good. I just have been very happy with the Stampin' Up's blending pens. Now, I'm not going to do this side while I'm on the camera, because clearly that's going to take a while, and I can do this on my own. But you get the idea. And then we will put those little red berries, need to be in red, of course. Oops, I missed a little green leaf there. And I think, first of all, I'm just going to go on an outline around each one, because I want to be able to keep a little bit of a lighter center in there. In fact, if I can keep a little bit of white showing, then that gives me a highlight. Those highlights just really make your images pop. And really, on a berry, it's not going to matter so much where that highlight is. Oops, I kind of missed that highlight. It got eaten by my pen. Happens. Okay, so that's how those are going to look. I actually do need to do the ones that are going to be underneath my little, what is the sleeve called? The little heat protectant for your hands. What's that called? It's going to be underneath. These are going to be underneath that, but I don't know which ones will show and which ones won't. The ones that are out, I'll be able to color on my own. Because I want to make this as a sample for my class so they can see, just to get an idea what to do. In my classes, though, I really like people, I encourage them to do what they want to do, and people do. They make their own They make their things look their own. Now I need that because I'm gonna cover that. So let's get that one done. It'd be pretty hard to color it when half of it's underneath the lid of the, oops, I broke my rubber band. I do keep these together because Stampin' Up! Sells these blending pens as singles or pairs. When this one is dark Poppy Parade and this is light Poppy Parade. So there are two options, and as you can see, there's a skinny point and a fat point. All of these, I believe all of the alcohol pens, all the ones that I bought, all come like that. The Copic ones and the Spectrum ones do too. Did I need to get this one? No, it's showing enough. I'll be able to do that after I've put it together. So this just is going to be glued on, or in this case, I'm just going to put a little bit of tear and tape on it and stick that on the card. I do usually use my tear and tape on boxes a lot because it's very strong. When you're doing a box, you kind of want it to stand up to a little bit of wear and tear that people are doing. And then we do want a little bit of a line here, and I probably better get a ruler to make sure that my line's fairly, I don't actually want it to be completely straight. I'd like it to be curved, but you know what, I didn't really get a stencil of anything to do that with, and I'm afraid if I just use my eyes, that's not going to work. So will help me a little bit there. Oh, yeah, like that. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad, and it does. But I'll have to. I think that's just too fat of a line. We'll want a little bit lighter one on that, but that's okay. It's just curved down too much. So I'll have to make a little stencil so that it doesn't curve down more than I want it to. And then we'll put on the band, whatever that was called. I kind of forget. This is the part of the box that's going to go on the inside to hold whatever it is you're putting in. It's going to be pretty good size. As you can see, you know, it would be pretty hard to put in, a drink would fit in there, but it's going to have to be a fairly small, skinny one. This is more of a good box for the coffee or tea choices that you might want to make, whether they're loose leaf teas or in a bag, or if you wanted to put your ground or not ground coffee beans in a little sack, you could do that. This would make a nice little, those little K-cups would probably fit in here really well. They're kind of small, and I actually might do a box that's just for those K-cups, because those are pretty small. I think I have a really cute little sack pattern that we can use to do that with. Now after Thanksgiving, we had a really nice Thanksgiving. Our son Joel came down, and that was nice to be able to see Joel. We saw some great pictures of our cute little grandkids in Utah. They looked like they were having a great time with their, they actually are their aunt and uncle, although they're a little older than them, but I guess many of us had that situation. I guess I remember having a niece that was quite a bit younger than me, and so, or excuse me, not that much younger than me. I guess that's the way I am kind of just thinking, oh, usually an aunt and uncle are a lot older than you, but sometimes they are not. And they got to play with them over the weekend. That was nice. It was so beautiful and warm here, I thought that I would be able to go out today and get some Christmas decorations made, but now I'm not so sure. It's looking pretty gray. Now this box, we want to make sure that it has as much room as we're going to need. I don't want to make it shorter than necessary, so I'm just kind of spreading it out to the edge there so that it's coming up out at an angle. That way we'll have plenty of room to put our goodies in there. And then this one is going to go on this side. Okay, just like that. And then, and I'm not going to do it right at the moment because I do want to color that other side. And then the little warming band is going to go on the top of that. And we've got our little papers because I just love these papers. These are so cute. You could put any kind of an image on there. But I've already cut out somewhere on this desk. I've got cut out there's a little sign, little Mrs. Claus sign that's going to go by her. Where's Mrs. Santa Claus? She's here somewhere. When Joel was here, I thought maybe he would convince us to get going on the Christmas decorations. Sometimes when he comes down, he helps motivate me to get going. I used to love to do it, and I still do, but it's just the getting it out, isn't it? Do you like getting your Christmas decorations out? The putting it up's pretty fun, but the getting it out's not so much fun. And then of course the putting it away part's not so much fun either. I'm gonna have to lift this up because I think Mrs. Santa Claus is down there somewhere underneath my paper. I don't see her. I'll have to cut another one out because she's gone. She just disappeared on me somewhere. But it's actually pretty quick to cut her out. You just kind of go around. I could have left her uncut, but the problem is that little band is just not quite big enough to do all of it. Because if I left her with all of her accoutrements, I would want that candy cane and all kinds of stuff with her. Actually, I forgot that I had put her little candy cane in her hand, so I kind of wanted to use that particular one. Pretty funny. I'm gonna have to grab my little scissors. If I can find my little scissors. Where are they? Okay, there they are. So I need my little scissors. Actually, I could probably use this little X-Acto knife because I actually want her hands to open up. I've got a cute little candy cane to put in that. Oops, my blade fell right out of there. Let's tuck that back in before I cut myself with it. And this is a very old X-Acto knife. I think it's kind of not working all that well. And then by cutting around her hands, there's a little opening there somewhere. And then we'll take this little candy cane and we'll tuck this little candy cane into her hand. When we go caroling, we like to have a whole sack of candy canes. And when our kids were little, I don't know if you guys remember this, we used to get sick on candy canes. We were going around looking at Christmas lights. I guess you guys didn't necessarily enjoy the Christmas carols. I liked the singing of the Christmas carols. Mary did too. Okay, so I kind of made it skinny in the middle because this is a pretty small opening. I'm gonna need to make sure that I have some space here if you see me cry, it's because I cut myself. It's not all that easy to do without cutting yourself. Probably not this part you would want done if you were gonna do this with kids at all. They would definitely love to try, but Okay, I'm gonna just sort of slide this in. I did it before, so I know it can be done. It's not the easiest thing to do. Where are you, candy cane? I know you're here. Oh, there you are. Okay. Actually, you can just cut one hand of hers. Oh, in fact, I just accidentally did it just now, I think. I think I popped it. Nope, she's still fine. But I think I can just poke it through now, because I've been working on it enough. Wow, maybe not. It's just being very difficult. Come on, I know you can go in there. Whew. Well, there, I think, how come it keeps coming out, but not really going under her grubby little paws? I know that they have a hole there. Okay, so here's another thing you can do. You can just do this. This is a little bit easier. You just cut one little hand away, and then we'll slip that candy cane right where we want it. We'll put some tape on the back, and no one will ever know, because we're gonna just fasten it on anyway, right? There, now she has her candy cane, and that was a lot easier, I must say. So we're going to put that on there, and we'll put her there, and we're gonna put the sign right there. And then on the other side, we would do the same thing. I'm just not putting it all together because I don't know that I want to take a ton of time to do it, although it doesn't look like anyone's with me. So I am going to just do it, because if you are watching this video, you can always just fast forward through the things that are very, very dull, and you don't need to see. If you were watching how to do this for your own creation, you would not need to watch me labor through every part of it. That's one of the nice things about being able to watch these after everyone's done. So I'm going to just take the time, though, to mention again, if you have not done so, to check out Stampin' Up's website to see what is on sale. Today is the last day to buy actual stamp sets. The stamp sets are all on sale, 10% off. And if you have someone in your family who likes to do crafts, buying them a little stamp set, some maybe a little block to go with it, like this, one of those little blocks, and some ink so they could actually stamp something, would be really nice. Or you could probably even get a gift card. I'm not so sure about that. You can always message me. I've got all kinds of things on my website that's for sale. If you want to just buy things that are already put together, you can do that. But you have to message me to get that address. I don't post that for everybody because I can't make, I'm one person here. I cannot make a lot of things and get them out in a timely fashion. If you were wanting a lot of Christmas things, time's running out on Christmas stuff already. Okay, we'll put this on. I do believe those pens are so easy to work with. I think it's going to be quite easy for me to just color even with it on. I don't think that's going to be difficult at all. And that way you get to see what this is actually going to look like a little bit more together. Little container. That's going to be really cute. I do think I'm going to put these on. I have a little sticker I can put here, but we also have a little stamp, so I think I might think about what I want to do on that one. Okay, so that's one other item, and then the last thing we're going to do is this little lip gloss container, or it's actually a little purse. I don't want to call it a container, it's a purse. Okay, so I've already cut the bag out. It has, again, these are two-sided papers, but this color didn't really match this green as well. So we're going to flip it over and use this side. It has a Christmas newsprint on it. It's pretty cute, actually. You can't see it all that well from where you are, but it's just big enough to have either a little pen or a little lip gloss. I don't know if I have any lip gloss handy to stick in here, but you could put a little pen in here too. And then we are gonna just, oops, I guess I need to make sure my tabs line up there. Okay. And I think this one I am going to just put some rubber cement on it to speed it up. Just rub that on the back. That's actually going to hold really well. Just making sure that I don't get it on that part that's going to go over the lip gloss or the pen. And then making sure that my slots line up perfectly. There we go. And then your gift can go right in there. And this tab is going to come through and go there, but we're also going to attach, before we do the tab, we're going to put this on the sides for the little bag, little purse. Now, this is the other side of this paper, and I love that. But it didn't look as good with this. So we're going to cover that side up. We're going to just put it on the other side. The red is really pretty. I love the filigree on it. It's really nice. Little purse. You could do some Burt's Bees, maybe. Who else is a Burt's Bees fan out there? I like that lip gloss. But you could also just put chapstick in there. Especially if you were doing a guy thing. I guess you wouldn't probably give him a little purse. We could do something else, maybe. Instead of doing a fancy little top, we could just keep it simple. And I actually have a little tool, like a wrench you could put. This could be his little tool caddy. Okay, let's put that tab down. And then I think we've got a little clip. We'll want to put a little clip here to fasten it. Oops, look what I've done. That's funny. I think I put the wrong one on there. Let me take that one off. That one's the wrong one. I want this one. It does not have the slot in it on that side. I thought they were the same. They are not. That's one of the joys of rubber cement. It's very easy to pull that off and fix. Oops, except for when you're putting two pieces of when the rubber cement dries and then you try to put it together and adjust it, it doesn't adjust, but it does while it's wet. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna have to have tape to fasten that, or a clip. Clip is gonna have to happen there. And then there's a little tag. We're going to take I use the detailed baubles. I believe they're detailed baubles, thinlits. They have a circle ornament and this ornament and some other things I sort of forget, but this ornament I thought would be really pretty. Just when we do our clip, we will fasten the ornament on top here. And this is from the Tags and Tidings tags stamp, and the thinlit that punches all of those out, 16 of them all at once. So I've already had done that, and that gets clipped on there with my little bow. So let me grab, do I have a clip in here? Oh, there's a little, thought I had a clip right there. I do have a clip. Hey, there, maybe we will use, got all kinds of stuff over here. Maybe we'll use this instead. That would be cute too. Harder to clip that though. I do like the little detailed bobble. I think we'll use the detailed bobble. That is very cute. And I do have clips here somewhere in my containers. Just a matter of like finding like where where are they? I know you are in there somewhere. You can hear me rattling all over because, oh, there's one. That one's yellow. Well, we'll just grab the yellow one. Although I'll want to get a different colored one too. We'll want to get a different colored one when we do this. Okay, so we will just be clipping that there, and we will use some, I believe we want to put some copper thread or gold thread on that. I'll just grab a piece of copper. I have that on hand right there, and then we can fasten that to the ornament and put the tag behind that. Oops, I want it facing the other direction though. Just like that. Cute. I think I'll tie that so it doesn't flop around too much. And then I can just tie it to the clip that we'll be doing, and then we're going to also put a little bow on that. And then that's going to make that little box. So we've got all kinds of little boxes. So I hope you enjoyed watching that. That was kind of lengthy, but think about it. We did three projects, and we're going to get to do all of those and 2 other items and some tags. So we're going to do some tags too on my groups, on my party, the workshop. There you go. Let me flip the camera up. And here we are. There's a whole bunch of messages on here. Okay, so thank you for watching. Remember to share my video, and go ahead and message me if you have any questions, if you want any help with any of your Christmas cards. I've got a whole bunch of Christmas cards, and I'd be happy to send you some. Thanks again, and I'll see you later. Bye.